This is Apple Watch Ultra, a completely new design.
I don't know about it being a completely new design. It looks twice the thickness and twice the battery life. No, this isn't a rant video. This is kind of the complete opposite. This is why the price tag of $799 for this Apple Watch Ultra isn't really expensive if you compare it to the right things in its niche. Also, some valid points that you should know before you go out and pre-order this. Now, if you're new here, my name's Al, and I go over tech products, but specifically for the fitness enthusiast. So if that's you, then I invite you to subscribe, and let's get right to it. I went ahead and placed my order immediately. Pre-orders have started, but the Apple Watch Ultra is not going to be available until September 23rd. And if this is your first time seeing this, this is what it looks like from the presentation. In my opinion, it looks ugly. I know it's just been announced, but I haven't heard anyone saying that they love the way that it looks. Like I mentioned, it's got that similar design, twice the thickness, twice the battery life. The Apple Watch Series 8 and the SE model have a 18-hour battery life, while the Apple Watch Ultra has a whopping 36 hours. That was sarcasm. For it being an adventure model, I was really hoping that it'd have like a minimum of 72-hour battery life. Let me give you an example. This is my Garmin Epix 2. I just charged it, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, but it has 6 days of battery life left, which is something that I was expecting from this Apple Watch Ultra. I went ahead and ordered mine. I don't think it's necessarily that expensive when you compare it to its competitors, and if you even compare it to its own Apple lineup. Check this out. This is the price of the Apple Watch, and this is the new Apple Watch Ultra. It has the sapphire crystal material plus something new that they're calling display edge protection. When you compare it to a Garmin, well, the Garmin Fenix is Garmin's most affordable watch that has the same materials, specifically that Fenix 7 display. That starts at $699. And at that point, anything from sapphire display goes from $699 all the way up to $1,500. Other popular models from Garmin, such as the Venue, Forerunner, Instinct, those do not have sapphire displays. They have a variation of Gorilla Glass. That being said, Garmin's have longer battery lives than the new Apple Watch Ultra. But I really would have liked to seen the Apple Watch Ultra really add a feature that some of the Garmin's have, which is having a solar sapphire crystal display, which allows your watch to charge when you're in the outdoors via solar. That would have been a really nice move from Apple, especially to attack its 36-hour battery life, and since it has a 49mm screen size. For comparison, this is a 44mm Apple Watch Series 6. Now this is a 47mm Garmin Epix 2. Which when I got this, I was already on the fence if it was maybe gonna be too big. But 49mm, that sounds pretty big on the wrist. I won't know until I get mine on September 23rd. While we're still on the topic of screens and displays, the Apple Watch Ultra is gonna have a 2000 nit brightness display. Now the Apple Watch Series 8 and the previous models have had 1000 nit, so this is gonna be a huge improvement. And it's really going to help fix that frustration of, well, you know, when you're looking at your watch during a bright sunny day. Looking at the new Apple Watch Ultra, you can notice one of the biggest difference in design is that they added a new button. This is their Customizable Action button, which for us fitness enthusiasts is what exactly we were asking for. Every video that I've probably made discussing Apple and Garmin, everyone has mentioned that what they like about Garmin's is that they have multiple buttons, and now Apple is adding their very own. The only thing I do want to note is kind of the big obvious. On the wheel, instead of it being red here, they are also going with the orange. So I don't know how I feel about it. It's always been red here. Even in the Garmin watches, it's just red kind of blends in a little bit better with white or black. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the orange, but at this point I really don't care. I'm just glad there's an action button. Another thing to keep in mind is that the Apple Watch bands, they're not all compatible to the Apple Watch Ultra. They really didn't discuss this in the keynote, and I'm not a big fan of how Apple doesn't really mention these things. You just kind of have to look and read. But from the looks of it right here, it seems that only the 45mm bands are compatible with Apple Watch Ultra's 49 millimeter. Again, I'm not really sure how that's gonna look. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna make sure to make a video or at least a YouTube short on it when I do get it, but it looks like the 45 millimeter Apple Watch bands are compatible with the Apple Watch Ultra's 49 millimeter design. So this is a Apple Watch Series 6. I'm not really too sure how it's gonna compare because this isn't 45, this is a 44 millimeter, but I'll make a video to follow up. That's pretty much my thoughts on the new Apple Watch Ultra. Like I mentioned, I ordered mine. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are gonna order it. Any questions or comments, put them below. And if not, I'll see you guys in next week's video. Later.